Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Foreign Languages, SOFL. Bachelor of Arts, BAG. Skill Enhancement Courses. BSLS 183 Elementary Spanish. Blog to MI Entorno. Unidad 8 El Mundo Hispano. Introduction. Dear learner, at this point you need to know that all your efforts in learning this language have a reward. You are learning one of the most important languages in the whole world. Learning a language means understanding a different culture. For that, it becomes imprescindible to know about the culture of these countries. In this unit, we will learn about different aspects of the Hispanic culture. Objetivos. In this unidad, you will learn about Spanish in the world, Hispanic music, celebrations, Hispanic art, and Hispanic gastronomy. 8.1 El Español en el Mundo. The importance of a language has to be seen not only in terms of the number of speakers and its geographical spread but also due to its importance as a cultural vehicle and the economic and political importance of the countries where the language is spoken. That is why, nowadays, Spanish is the third most studied language in the world. In 2022, the number of people studying Spanish as a second language was more than 23 million. In the following diagram, you will see the languages which are studied as a foreign language across the world and its percentage. Let's see some of the most relevant data regarding the Spanish language according to a report published by the Instituto Cervantes in 2022. More than 496 million people speak Spanish as their mother tongue. The number of potential users of Spanish exceeds 500 million. Spanish is the second mother tongue in the world in terms of number of speakers, after Mandarin Chinese. More than 23 million students study Spanish as a foreign language in 107 countries. Spanish competes with French and Mandarin Chinese for the second place among the most studied languages as a second foreign language. In the United States, Spanish is the most studied language at all levels of education. In the UK, Spanish is perceived as the most important language. For the future, Spanish would be the fourth most powerful language in the world, slightly behind French and Mandarin Chinese. It is believed that, if the trends do not change in the next 3 or 4 generations, 10% of the world population will speak Spanish. It is also the second language used for international communication in different organizations such as UN, UNESCO, or FAO, and the third most used language on the Internet. Interesting facts about Spanish language. There are two ways of naming the Spanish language, Español and Castellano, the Spanish equivalent of Castilian. The terms used vary from region to region and from country to country, usually depending on the political point of view of the speaker. As Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, author of Don Quixote, was an important reference in the world, Spanish is often called La Lengua de Cervantes, the language of Cervantes. One of the pros of learning Spanish is that it is one of the world's most phonetic languages. If you know how a word is spelled, you will most certainly be able to pronounce it. The exception is foreign words, recently incorporated to the language, that maintain their original spelling. La Real Academia Española, RAE, the Royal Spanish Academy, which was created in the 18th century, is the official royal regulatory institution that decides what is correct or the standard norm in Spanish. It writes authoritative dictionaries and grammar guides. Its decisions are followed in both Spain and Latin America. It is affiliated with national language academies in 22 other Hispanophone countries through the Asociación de Academias de la Lengua Española, ASELE, Association of Academies of the Spanish Language. Spanish in Spain. Origins of the language. Spanish is part of the Indo-European family of languages which are spoken by more than a third of the world's population. Other Indo-European languages include English, French, German, the Scandinavian languages, the Slavic languages, and many of the languages of India. Spanish evolved from colloquial Latin, Latin vulgar, which was brought to the Iberian Peninsula by the Romans. It is, therefore, a Romance language, a group that includes French, Italian, Portuguese, Galician, Catalan, and Romanian. Spanish in America and other parts of the world. Most Spanish speakers are in Latin America. It is the official language of 19 countries. In the American continent, Argentina, Bolivia, co-official with Quechua, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, co-official with Guarani, Peru, co-official with Quechua, Uruguay, Venezuela and Puerto Rico, co-official with English. Spanish is also spoken in the United States, where it is by far the most important second language in the country, with over 50 million speakers. It is believed that by 2050 the United States will become the first Spanish-speaker country in the world. From the 16th century onwards, Spanish language was taken to America through the Spanish colonization. But the conquerors, dealing with new products, new plants, animals or instruments, needed also to introduce many native words to express the fascinating new reality that they were observing. 8.2 Los ritmos. Music from Spain. Flamenco is one of the most recognized music form from Spain. Although the exact origin of flamenco art is unknown, we do know that it is a wonderful creation from the union of many different traditions, the music from the gypsies, the popular songs and dances of Andalusia, Murcia and Extremadura, the Arabic rhythms, etc. Flamenco developed into its definitive form during the 18th century, and it is made up of four main elements: coplas, lyrics, cante, voice, baile, dance, guitarra, guitar. Spanish pop music originated from the English and the American rock and roll bands of the early 60s. But it was in the 80s, with groups such as Alaska, Radio Futura or Hombres G, when the so-called golden age of pop music happened. Since then, Spanish pop music has never stopped growing, and it is heard today in all Hispanic society. Music from the Caribbean. If flamenco is the star of Spanish music from an international perspective, so is salsa among all Caribbean music. In Spanish, salsa means sauce and refers to the mixture of different ingredients that compose this rich rhythm: son and guaguancó from Cuba, plena and bomba from Puerto Rico. Spanish music, mambo. As a style, salsa was born and named in New York City during the 70s. The first salsa bands were predominantly Nuyorican, New Yorkers of Puerto Rican descent, but very soon it became popular in other Latin American countries. Some of the founding salsa artists were Johnny Pacheco, the creator of the Fania All-Stars, Willie Colon, Roberto Roena, or Hector Lavoe. There is a film called El Cantante based on the life and work of this last singer, starred by Mark Anthony, one of today's most important salsa artists. Other well-known rhythm of the Caribbean is merengue, the national dance of the Dominican Republic. It is perhaps one of happiest music in the whole American continent, and also one of the easiest dances. There are many legends about how merengue dancing originated. Some think that this dance form comes from slaves who were chained together and used to drag one leg as they were working cutting sugarcane to the beat of drums. In other places, its origin dates back to the days of the Revolution, when villagers welcomed home a wounded hero who achieved victory. Considering his wound, everybody imitated his limp while dancing, dragging one foot. The other Dominican music is bachata, a slow dance with very romantic lyrics, excellent for dancing in pairs. The genius of these two Dominican rhythms is Juan Luis Guerra, winner of many awards including 18 Latin Grammy Awards. His songs Zujala Q, Lueva Café, Las Avispas, La Lave de Mi Corazón or El Costo de la Vida are known all over the world. But the last Latin American music phenomenon is the reggaeton, which originated in Puerto Rico. This style combines the Jamaican reggae, the Trinidadian soca and dancehall, some bomba and plena from Puerto Rico and hip-hop and rap from the United States. It is a genre dominated by men and there are very few women that sing reggaeton. Lyrics tend to be aggressive and sexually connoted. In an attempt to avoid censorship, some reggaeton artists prefer to use double meanings in the lyrics. Reggaeton dancing, sexy and passionate, is very popular in clubs and discos worldwide, and especially in Puerto Rico. The reggaeton singer Daddy Yankee has produced many hits, such as Gasolina and Lo Que Paso, Paso. 8.3 EI Art. In this section, you will find the life and work of some of the most famous Hispanic painters who have contributed immensely to the art world and their most renowned paintings. Pablo Picasso. Some of the world's most renowned artists are from Spain: Diego de Velázquez, Francisco Goya, El Greco, Bartolomé Esteban Murillo, Joan Miró, Dalí, Antonio López. Perhaps the most valued Spanish painter of the 20th century is the innovative Pablo Picasso. His most famous works are from his Cubism epoch. In fact, he was a pioneer in challenging the norms of copying nature as it is. On the contrary, he tried fracturing objects and watches them from different perspectives in order to create a new reality. He started this period with Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, depicting 5 naked prostitutes. But his most known work is Guernica, which is considered as his most powerful political statement as reaction of the devastating bombing on the Basque town of Guernica, a town in the north of Spain, by the Nazis during the Spanish Civil War. This painting portrays the tragedies of war and the suffering it inflicts upon individuals, particularly innocent civilians. This work can be seen in the Museo Reina Sofia in Madrid. Frida Kahlo. Unlike Picasso, the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo didn't always wanted to be a painter. Her artistic career started after a bus accident when she was 18. During her lifetime, Frida created around 200 paintings related to her experiences in life, physical and emotional pain, and her tempestuous relationship with Diego. Many of these drawings were self-portraits. Frida used to say that she painted so many self-portraits because I am so often alone. Because I am the subject I know best. Some of her best works are Las dos Frairas, Mi Nacimiento o La Columna Rota. 8.4 EI Cine. Hispanic cinema is a growing industry as the number of films presented in famous international film festivals or nominated for Oscars demonstrates. Hispanic actors and actresses are also becoming more and more famous and they appear in many English-speaking films. Today the names of Penelope Cruz, Javier Bardem, Antonio Banderas, or Gael Garcia are internationally well known. There are also important film festivals and prizes in the Hispanic world such as the Spanish Goya Awards, where winners receive a small bronze bust statue of the Spanish painter Francisco Goya. Pedro Almodovar. Pedro Almodovar is the most successful and internationally known Spanish film director, screenwriter and producer. From the very beginning he works with women in his films. Because, as he says, they are much more spectacular to talk about. In his well-known movie, All About My Mother, Todo sobre mi madre, 1999, Almodovar pays a grand tribute to women and their ability to renew themselves. The film won the Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film in 2000. The regular topics of his films are desire, passion, identity and family. He likes to use popular songs, elements of pop culture, strong colors, scornful humor, melodrama and complex narratives to create his movies. All this produces a particular style that has achieved international recognition. He has virtually received all prizes related to films and Harvard University gave the filmmaker an honorary doctoral degree in 2009 for his contribution to the arts. Some of his best films are Mujeres al bord d'un ataque de nervios, 1988, Tacones, Legnos, 1991, Todo sobre mi madre, 1999, Volver, 2006, and La piel que habito, 2011. Latin American cinema. Despite having very modest budgets, Latin American cinema is rich and diverse. There are some wonderful productions and Argentinian and Mexican cinema is worldwide recognized. Argentina is the only country to have won several Oscars with movies such as La Historia Oficial, The Official Story, 1985, and El Secreto de sus Ojos, The Secret in Their Eyes, in 2010. They have also achieved international success. Argentine films as El Hijo de la Novia, 2000, Nueve Reinas, 2000, La Ciénaga, 2000, and El Abrazo Partido, 2004. During the 40s, the golden age of Mexican cinema, the film industry in Mexico was very close to that of Hollywood. Stars of the epoch were Maria Felix, Dolores del Rio, George Negrete, and Cantinflas. We shouldn't forget to name the Spanish director Luis Buñuel, who was living in Mexico at that time. Currently, Mexican cinema has been reborn with films like Amores Perros, 2000, and Y Tu Mama Tambien, 2001. Some Mexican directors have gained access to Hollywood. Alejandro González Iñárritu directed Babel, and Alfonso Cuarón was the director of famous films such as Children of Men and Harry Potter and The Prisoner of Azkaban. Guillermo del Toro, co-founder of the famous Guadalajara Film Festival, directed the film Pan's Labyrinth, 2006. Nominated for an Oscar for Best Foreign Film. 8.5 Las Fiestas. Spain and Latin America are home to a lot of celebrations, both religious and non-religious. Let us take a look at them. Perhaps it will sound surprising, but most Hispanic countries also celebrate the death Family and friends gather on the 1st and 2nd of November to remember and pray for friends and family members who have died. The Day of the Deads, Dia de los Muertos, is particularly celebrated in Mexico, where it is a national holiday. People build altars at home to honor the departed ones using photographs, sugar skulls, marigolds, and the favorite foods and beverages of the deceased. They will also visit their graves and decorate them with flowers and gifts. It is not a sad event. On the contrary, everybody remembers funny events and anecdotes about the departed ones and share traditional Mexican drinks like tequila, mezcal, or pulque. It is believed that the spirits of the dead are also enjoying the party, eating and drinking the ofrendas, offerings, and reminding those who are alive that there is rebirth after death. On 25th December, all the Hispanic countries celebrate La Navidad, Christmas, the commemoration of the birth of Jesus Christ. Christmas tree is not as popular as it is in Anglo-Saxon countries, but children prepare a Belen, a nativity scene with tiny figures that represent baby Jesus, Virgin Mary, Saint Joseph, a cow and a mule, all together, sheltered near the manger in a barn or cave. In many places, people compete to create the most original and realistic of these scenes, adding little houses, rivers, peasants, animals, etc. The red-dressed Santa Claus, Papa Noel, in Spanish, isn't usually the person who brings gifts to children in Hispanic countries. They wait for the three kings Melchor, Gaspar, and Baltasar. It is believed that they read very carefully all the letters that kids had sent them, asking for specific gifts. They come very silently late at night and leave the gifts close to the pair of shoes of each member of the family. For children, that morning of 6th of January is their favorite date in the Hispanic calendar, popularly known as Dia de los Reyes Magos. Other important celebration of the Christian community is the Holy Week, La Semana Santa in the Spanish-speaking world, the week before Easter, Pascua in Spanish, where Jesus' death is commemorated. During these days, there are many processions of passos, realistic sculptures made of wood that represent individual scenes of the events of the Passion or images of the Virgin Mary showing her grief for the torture and killing of her son. One of the most breathtaking things that a visitor can experience in many cities of Spain is the Nazarenos, dressed in a habit and with a pointed hood called capirote that covers entirely their heads, holding long wax candles, sometimes barefoot, they march in silence before the Paso. It is a moment of grief and sorrow. Apart from these religious celebrations, there is also a common festival that is celebrated in all Hispanic countries. It falls on the 12th of October, commemorating the anniversary of Christopher Columbus' arrival to the American continent. It is observed as the national holiday of Spain, called Dia de la Hispanidad, wanting to celebrate the connection of the country to the Hispanidad, the international Hispanic community. Some Latin American countries remember the indigenous peoples' resistance to the European settlement and name this day Dia de la Raza, Race Day, or Dia de la Resistencia Indigena, Day of Indigenous resistance. However, most Hispanic countries choose to commemorate not the Spanish influence or the indigenous importance but both, recognizing the blend of European, American, African, and Asian cultures that helped to compose each and every Latin American country. Thus, they call this important day as Dia de las Culturas, Day of the Cultures, or Dia del Respeto a la Diversidad. Cultural, Day of Respect for Cultural Diversity. It is celebrated in Sevilla, the capital of Andalusia, during the month of April and it lasts 1 week. Each day begins with a parade of carriages and riders carrying people to La Real Maestranza, where the bullfighting takes place. At night, people party in their casetas, temporary tents decorated with many colors, where they eat tapas, drink a wine called manzanilla, and dance sevillanas. Cataluna, remembers the death of Saint George on 23rd of April as Dia de Sant George or Diada de Sant Jordi in Catalan, exchanging gifts between colleagues and loved ones. Traditionally, men give women a rose and women give men a book to celebrate the occasion. This day is also known as El Dia de la Rosa or El Dia del Libro. The custom of giving books is related to the celebration of two great writers who died on the same date, 23rd April 1616, Miguel de Cervantes and William Shakespeare. Although it is celebrated across all Hispanic countries, one of the most important celebrations is the one of Santiago de Cuba. It has its origins in a festival called Mamaricos, where people wear costumes and masks, drink rum and sing and dance the whole day. Sugarcane workers, most of whom were slaves of African origin, used to participate in this party. Today it is celebrated from July 18th to 27th, in honor of the revolution, commemorating Fidel Castro's assault on the Moncada barracks. This celebration, from 12 to 19 of March, held in commemoration of Saint Joseph San Jose, takes place in the city of Valencia, Spain. Each neighborhood produces a construction in wood, carton and paper of huge puppets called ninettes that represent a humoristic scene or a famous character. The last night all ninettes, except the winner of the contest, is eventually burnt. In this section, we will discuss some more fascinating celebrations that take place in Spain, such as Los Sanfermines and La Tomatina. Los Sanfermines. Every year, thousands of persons fill up the streets of Pamplona, Navarra, Spain, to celebrate the week-long of festivities in honor of San Fermin from July 7th to 14th. This huge celebration, known as Los Sanfermines, starts with the launch of a rocket, El Chupinazo, and the singing of this infectious song. Español. Uno de enero, dos de febrero, tres de marzo, cuatro de abril, cinco de mayo, seis de junio, siete de julio, San Fermin. A Pamplona hemos de ir. Con una media. A Pamplona hemos de ir. Con una media y un calcetín. The American author Ernest Hemingway used the events of this celebration in one of his famous books, The Sun Also Rises, and since then it has become one of the most famous festivals around the world. This is why many visitors from other parts of Spain and even the world come to celebrate with the Pamplonenses, the people from Pamplona. Everybody is dressed with white clothing and put a red handkerchief around their neck and enjoy music, fireworks, religious ceremonies and the most popular event, the Encierro, bull runnings. In this scaring event, hundreds of people run in front of six bulls along some narrow streets of Old Town of Pamplona. This event is very dangerous and some people even get accidentally killed or injured by the bulls. However, it is still one of the most expected moments of Los Sanfermines. The festival ends at midnight on the 14th with this sad song, Pobre de mi, que se ha acabado las fiestas de San Fermin, poor me, the San Fermin festivities have ended. La Tomatina. La Tomatina is a food fight festival held in Bunol, a small town in the Valencian region of Spain. It is organized on the last Wednesday of August every year. It begins at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when one of the participants climb up a pole to get the ham. The water cannons are fired and this marks the beginning of food fight for an hour. After that, the town is cleaned by the fire trucks. It was a free celebration earlier, but the municipality introduced an entry ticket was made mandatory in 2013. 8.6 La Gastronomia. The Spanish gastronomy is similar to other Mediterranean countries given its shares its coast with the Mediterranean Sea. Latin America presents a great diversity in its gastronomy given its geographical extension and diversity. 8.7 Tarea Final. Compare any aspect of the Hispanic culture with yours. 8.8 Resumen. In this unit, you have learnt about various facets of the Hispanic culture. We have learnt about the importance of Spanish language and why it is one of the most popular languages in the world. We have also touched upon different aspects of the culture, music, art, cinema and gastronomy. Hope you are more interested in Spanish now. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.